We have got every kind of thread there is out there that you can imagine. And how in the world do you use some of these threads and what can they do? I'm going to talk about variegated threads and just regular threads, and I'm going to show you some ways that you can use them to your advantage. First of all, we have heavier threads that sometimes are used in the sewing machine, in the bobbin, and these are too heavy for the needle, and so you would need to use those in the bobbin area, and this is called bobbin work. And this pillow right here was made with bobbin work, and you can see all of the fancy stitches. Anytime that you use that kind of thread, you want to make your stitches a little bit longer so that it doesn't pile up, and you don't want heavy satin stitches or anything that's real tight, because those stitches will just kind of bog up and not move. And then you have these cotton threads. Cotton threads have been really, really popular lately. They're 30 weight, and a lot of times those are done in the needle with a top stitching needle in the sewing machine on the top. And this is a variegated, and this is a variegated, but obviously there's more colors in this one than there is on this other one. So it depends on what you want to see come out as far as your colors go. And then we have cord threads that are twisted. This is called pull crown rayon, and these a lot of times are also used in the bobbin of your machine. Or these heavier threads are really nice in the serger too. They make great covering stitches for the serger. Now here we come to some metallic threads. Now metallic threads sometimes give you some problems about breaking, and so you want to get a good quality thread, and you also want to use either a metafill needle, which is made to use metallic threads with, or you want to use a top stitch needle. And what happens is that the needle eye is coated so that it will have a little bit less friction on it, and so it doesn't put so much stress right there on the threads. But you can see what a beautiful thing that this variegated metallic produces when you make this lace out of that variegated thread. And it's just beautiful, and those nice fine thin threads are soft, and they're not scratchy, and they're really, really pretty. This thread right here is a wool thread, and the wool thread is heavy also and can be used in the top of your sewing machine in the needle. But again, you really need a large-eyed needle, and I have actually used the largest top stitching needle that I can get in order to get that to work. I have a friend who puts this wool thread in the freezer so that she can, for some reason, it helps it not to break so much. Some people use that in embroidery also, and it's great if you don't get too dense with those stitches. You need to widen out the stitches, take a little bit of the density out. Of course, you have the regular rayon thread, and this is the one that we all know for the shine. It's rayon or it's polyester. They have both now. Sometimes the advantage to the rayon is that it doesn't have a problem with heat, and so some people would rather have rayon than polyester, and that's just totally a preference. And then we have monofilament thread. Monofilament thread is just a fine nylon thread, and it's so fine that it doesn't show when you are using it in couching or in putting something on that you don't want to see. And usually you can get this in smoke color or you can get it in clear.